you a bit of an understanding of where we came from. So the idea actually was launched when I heard the president of Nigeria's speech, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, talking about the economy in Nigeria and how he wants to focus on MSMEs and SMEs. And off the back of that, I now thought, what can I do to help? How can I use our platform? We have the platform with my beautiful sister, the Queen, for the last 12, 13 years. How can we make this something that is now more than fashion, beyond fashion? And so the idea came to me that, well, let me do what I can do to help MSMEs. So I spoke to, it's funny, my brother-in-law is actually the king, so I'm trying to figure out, do I call him my brother-in-law or do I call him the king? Anyway, I spoke to His Imperial Majesty and I was like, sir, I would like to do this. Then his next question was, so what do you want from me? And then my answer was, be the chairman. And his answer was, yes, I will. And so UK Africa Trade Expo was started from there, and that's when the magic happened, ladies and gentlemen. All the doors were opening, we invited to those embassies, we spoke to amazing people, we got lots of backing from banks and institutions and all that stuff, so it's good. And that is just a bit of the history. So UK Africa Trade Expo was built on 6 pillars. The first we have is connectivity and innovation. That's what we're doing today, we're connecting. Likewise. The second we have is data and market information. We spoke to, I was on a radio show the other day, and we had this lady from a country in Africa where they actually are collating the MSMEs. And we know MSMEs is all about those that are working on the roadside, the farmers, and all that good stuff. And she was putting data together to be able to understand how they work, and that way to help them meet trends in the future. So that's the data and market information. A third we have is supply chain collaboration and logistics. And you all know what that means because that's where we're going with UK in terms of the supply chain collaboration. We are collaborating here. The fourth we have is business education and knowledge sharing. We have about 3 or 4 universities that come. We've got King's College, we've got Dr. Lauren there speaking later on. We've got Henley College as well that's come to give, Henley Business School, and come to give a lovely speech this afternoon. That's sharing knowledge. The fifth we have is sector and cluster development. So we're looking at, someone once told me to build a community, you can only build and improve it if the community is at peace. It has to be at peace, and that's what we are working for in the UK. We are building it from the neighbourhood as community, and the idea is to take these ideas, these wonderful ideas that the UK has established in Jamaica and bring it over to Nigeria. So that's why you see that collaboration between Jamaica, the Caribbean, diaspora, and Nigeria. And the sixth and the final one is infrastructure, investment, and joint ventures. So we're here to work together, to be together, and to share that knowledge with each other. I'm just going to make an impromptu calling my special advisor, Mr. Rudy Page, to stage. None of this would have been possible without him. Please put your hands together for my special advisor, Mr. Rudy Page. I got him there.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. And as has been outlined by the King, the Queen, and Kamari, this is going to be a great infrastructure. And we think in terms of systems and structures and processes. So the 6 pillars are very clear, and even the overall vision, the theme of bringing culture and commerce together for sustainable development. And what we say about culture is the unseen strand that binds people together. And there's always a reality in competitive markets that commerce follows culture. Thank you.
Thank you, and Brenda's going to come close it off with a lovely ideology, about collaboration. But we do have the second session starting in about an hour or so, and that will be full of the MSMEs coming up, and the speakers and influential speakers coming as well to give their collaboration and their help. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Prince Kamari. Well, all it needs me to do is firstly thank you for being here and being so attentive. Also to ask you to recognise the potential of us being here in the room together, what we can do if we have open minds and open hearts and see the vision and understand that only by doing this together, by being generous of spirit, of skills, of talents, of creativity, that we can see and establish the vision that we want to. I'm personally very excited by the potential of this expo to grow, to show the world what the diaspora can be and do together. Look, this has been long overdue. I think the spirit is willing now. I feel the flesh is no longer weak. I think we recognise the fact that it takes two hands to clap, that, you know, we build brick by brick by brick. But the potential of the young people is also exciting because it's with them. They have a very different spirit. They don't take no for an answer. They're willing to try, they're resistant, they're resilient, you know, they have visions and they understand technology. Some of us, I can just about log on and put my files together, but young people, it's their language and it's the language of the future, and we must hold on to that, and we must hold on to their fearlessness and they're not Mr. Chase down. I work in the arts predominantly, and I've always had this thing that I believe that creatives in particular should be ruling the world. And I say that not flippantly because I think there's so much about the way that they operate that we can learn from. They think outside the box. They're very collaborative. They're not afraid to take risks. They're open to ideas. And I think this is the way that we should be looking to move forward. And we can't do it on our own. We can all sit in our silos and think we can be great on our own. And that only limits the potential of what we can do. But if we open our eyes and our hearts and our spirits to realise that together, as human beings, as people from the diaspora, that we can no one's looking to dominate. We're just all looking for the potential to be great and to reach our potential. So it's my hope that today you will exploit the opportunity, exploit the ambition, and be driven to understand each other, to get to know each other, and to remember what we can all do together. So I hope the rest of the day is a fruitful, exciting one. I'm particularly also looking forward to the next few days when we see creativity at its maximum potential with the most beautiful designers and creations to celebrate African innovation. I did a documentary last year for the BBC on African fashion and how it's now dominating the world simply by being itself. So if we're allowed to be ourselves, if we're allowed to show our greatness, to prove our greatness and given an opportunity, then I think the world is our oyster. So enjoy the rest of the day, enjoy the weekend, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.